So to save you guys some of the trouble having to sit and watch me level, dig the holes out a little deeper, I'll be honest with you, I probably should have went down a little deeper when I had the post hole digger that I rented, but I got them close. Some of them I had to dig out another 8-10 inches, maybe a foot, but weren't that bad. At least I was able to save the majority of the digging by renting the post hole digger there that you saw in the last video. So as you can see, I got them all put in. I run a string line from one side to the other, found level, and they're all even across the top. Yes, as you can see, I'm sticking out, especially like this row. You can see the difference from this end to that end is quite considerable. My plan when after I get them poured is to backfill in around them and level it off underneath. And in theory, in my head, that will help raise the frost line by making the ground level higher. I mean, if I'm wrong about that, somebody let me know. But in my head, that's how it'll work and help as far as frost goes, but I'm not really too worried about it. So, as you can see, I got 2 more to do here. I'll walk you through how I'm doing one. I got the string line run. I got to finish leveling that. I don't know if you can see it or not, but right in the center between those 2 holes where they're going to be, there's a string line level hanging. I'll make sure, using a board across the top of this sonotube here, I'll make sure that the string line is flush with the top. I'll do the same on the other end, and hypothetically it should be perfectly level at that point, because I started with this row here, then I went to that far corner, and I've done the whole outside, and I'm saving the middle for last, so everything should all be the same exact height. I was quite meticulous as far as making sure the line was tight and it read level. So, but I'll show you how I'm doing it on one of these ones here, and then after that, ready to pour. I'm backfilling in around it with some dirt that I dug up over there and screened out so it's nice and clean. I'm putting in 6, maybe 8 inches, then using a board to reach down in and compact it in. Yeah, so I guess I'll show you how I'm doing it. Is it probably the most ideal, perfect way to do it? Probably not, but that's how I'm doing it. Alright, stick around. So this is what I'm doing right here. I'm going to be utilizing this board. I'll just put it flat across here. I purposely left the string line high. I'm going to put it as close as I can without touching the actual string line so it doesn't affect it any. And then I'm going to tap the pin down till it's flush with the bottom of that. Use gentle taps. You can see the string line moving down. I don't want to go down past it, because the simple fact that it'd be a real pain to have to pull it back up. Right about there. Not sure how well you can see that, but that string is perfectly flush with the bottom of that board. So now I'll do the same down on the other end, and hypothetically the level in the center should read perfectly level. So let's go do the other end. There, we're down on the other end of this one, and this one I think I got you a little better view, so we'll get that nice and close without actually touching it. Start tapping it down. Yeah, it doesn't help when you hit the string. And that looks good to me. So let's go take a look at the level in the center of the line, see what that reads. On the hole you can see that, but from where I'm looking at it, it's damn near perfect. So, and if it's off by a hair, I can't tell looking at the bubble, and it's good enough for me. So, on to setting the tube. See how much I have to dig this next one down. So first thing I had to do is, obviously it's fall, a lot of leaves falling, there's quite a bit of leaves built up in the bottom, so I'll get them dug out and see how far I gotta dig to make this top of the tube level. Clean the bottom of the hole up a little bit and we'll see how we're sitting. I don't think this one was too bad. This was one of the ones that was quite a bit fell back down in the hole as I was digging it. So we'll see how we're sitting depth wise. Ooh, I like that. I can push that down and be good with it. Give me 2 seconds. I have been doing my best. I'm not just sticking them in the ground. I've been doing my best to level them. Are they all perfect? No. But it's a wood shop, and I'll be honest with you, I ain't looking for perfection. I just want to get a shop up so I can get building furniture and doing some woodworking. So push it down a little bit. Just about perfect height wise. Obviously from the angle you're at, probably doesn't look, but it is. Strings flush to the top. So. Try to avoid the leaves, but I got some dirt piled over here I'll use to fill in around it. That actually looks really good. Doing the best I can to pack it with this. I'll check it again after, the level wise at least, after I pack it. It's moved, I can still tweak it a little bit at this point. Is this ideal for packing it? Probably not. But it works for me. About there. Did move a little bit, but solve that. So, and the rest is just filling with dirt, packing it, more dirt, pack it. Takes a decent amount of dirt to pack around it, but yeah. This is what they're looking like once they're all compacted around the top. You can see down inside, empty, no concrete yet. But yeah, welcome to my mess. It's coming along nicely though. I'll knock this out, knock that next one out, and then we'll get to doing some concrete. So as you can see in the back of the truck here, we got, I want to say it was 30 bags, maybe 28, I can't remember exactly, but of Quikrete 80-pound bags, and definitely a workout loading them in there. Thanks Lowe's, appreciate you guys giving me a hand. Sarcasm. Yeah, so, and you can bet that I ain't gonna mix them all up by hand, so went and rented a concrete mixer. We'll give this a shot. Should make life 1,000 times easier. And let's get to mixing. We'll fill these sonotubes up and see how we make out. Alright, so instructions on the back of the machine say pour in about 2 gallons. And I guess that's about 2 gallons. I'm going to turn it on. And start with the first bag. Yeah. I'm not going to attempt to pour this through after it's spinning. There we go. Half the bag in the water. Well, that made a mess. Well, let's see what she does. Ooh, splashes. I'll get you guys a better shot of that in a few minutes. Very watery, but I'm doing 2 bags per mixing session, I guess you call it. So we'll throw another one in. See how much of a mess I can make. Yep, spilled half that bag on the ground. Killing it. There we go. Starting to look like concrete. A bit dry with a little more water in it. Let that mix in. I'm happy with that. It's pretty decent. These first 4 that I do, I'm going to mix it a little bit wetter because once I'm done, I got to come back and put the metal brackets in for the 4x6s I'm going to be using. So, but take a break for a second. I'm going to use this little thing. It's on wheels. I don't have enough extension cord to make it over to where I'm actually doing the pour. We'll get electric over there eventually, but now ain't time for it. So I'm going to use like a wheelbarrow, go over, pour it, and come back. And I'll meet you guys over there. I'll say this thing does not make the best wheelbarrow. I don't trust myself pouring it. I guess I'll shovel some of it out. Turn it a little bit. I like it. It's filling up. Last time I poured some of these, they were the 12-inch ones, and those took forever. Yeah, almost. We'll mix up a couple more bags. So I kind of jumped ahead a little bit. I looked at the clock earlier and realized what time it was, and realized that I was quickly running out of daylight, so I need to get my ass in gear, get the stuff mixed and poured. I'm on the last one, so I figured I might as well. It's not quite dark yet, so got plenty of light to film the last little bit. But as you can see, killed off quite a few of the bags. Good pile of them right there. So if you want to watch, we'll mix up these last two. Found it works better so you don't get stuff clumping up if you throw some water in it. With it spinning prior, kind of washes itself out a little bit, breaks up any buildup you might have on the back side of the drum, and it just seems to work a lot better. So that just kind of cleaned the inside of the drum a little bit. As you can see, looks considerably better. And I gotta get some more water and I'll be right back. And through the magic of editing, I am back. So throw a little bit more water in here. Throw our first bag in, get her spinning. Let that spin for a few minutes. We'll throw the other bag in. I will say it is extremely easy to mix the stuff extremely wet. So I've had to be careful about that. A few of the batches probably, they were probably a little bit too wet, but it is what it is. Get this other bag in there. That's probably gonna splash a little bit. Splashed on my work boots. Oh well. Splash of water. Don't look too bad. Round and round we go. It's about the consistency I've been doing. A couple of them were a little bit wetter, but good enough. This one's just about what I've been aiming for. So give her a couple more seconds and we'll haul her over. I will say I wish I had a garden hose and a outlet over there, but all in time. Good enough for me. I don't trust my pouring abilities not to just dump it everywhere, so I've just been shoveling. It's just easy. I'd be about dead if I didn't have this mixer. That's 30 bucks I ever spent. Not to say I'm not tired, but whatever I've left over from this batch, I'll just pour on the ground here and spread out. Good enough for me. I'm gonna be bringing in fill, like I said, so there'll be a little bit left over. Probably didn't need 2 bags, but you gotta be safe than sorry. Yeah, that's the end of that. As far as I'm concerned, that's a good spot as any. So I don't really care what the finish actually looks like on top of these. So I'm using a Sawzall as a vibrator. Is that ideal? No, but does it work? Yeah. And this. So tamp it down in there a little bit. Try to get the sewn down in. Get rid of some of the excess. And then we'll vibrate it down. ton of air bubbles coming out of it. Try to tamp the stone down a little bit. Vibrator some more. Yeah, that's good enough for me. Strip the excess off the outside of the tube. At least that way when I go to strip it, it'll come off a little easier, hopefully. And then just gonna wipe this off of the grass. Good enough, good as new. So gonna grab my string line. I used for setting the metal brackets. And give her a few good wraps. This don't have to be perfect for this one. I'm just setting little brackets on. In fact, I don't care all that much. So I'm just using this to get a straight line from one end to the other. I'm centering it. That's where that can sit. So yeah, that's how I've done it all along. Sorry I didn't record the entire process, but I was running out of time and didn't want to take a chance between moving the camera around and all the other stuff of not being able to finish it tonight and needing to either take tomorrow off from work or rent the mixer again. So with that said, stay tuned for the next part. See what kind of mess I can make out of this whole thing. Thanks for watching.